And
Well, I wanted to continue on what we talked about last week, and I'll do a quick recap for those who didn't know what we talked about last week when we had a famous newscaster, and she went on vacation, and she had her daughter and her family with her, and they went shopping in this one store, and the daughter was called the name and was basically ran out of the store without making a purchase. And we talked about how the ramifications of that when you don't know the person that's coming in your store, whether they have a famous parent or someone famous in their family who can make a big to do about what happened to them. Mm-hmm. And so there's more to the story. So what happened was that there was a back and forth where the owner of the store was saying that the incident didn't happen, that they did an investigation. They didn't talk to the young lady or her mother, so there's no way they did a full investigation. It blew up on social media because the mother, Renee Styler, like I said, she's a former national news host of a morning show, CBS News. So she has connections. So she used her influence, rightly so, because she was angry as a mother and angry as a parent and angry as a person, that you're just simply shopping and you don't want your child to be treated that way. You don't want anybody to be treated that way. She reached out to brands that had merchandise in the store and reached out to them. So I want to mention that about the brands because that's the important part of the story. Mm-hmm. The brands were Vera Bradley, Kate Spade, Lily Pulitzer, a few others that she listed on her Facebook, her Twitter, her Instagram, and her website.
Wow.
So I wasn't to pull up the story, the blog post to show you, but is there a screen share here? I'm not sure.
Yes, there is a screen share. Maybe I need to do it. I'm not sure. So let's play with it. If you put the link in the chat and I'll put it on the screen share. There's always a way to do it.
Okay. So there was some news items, local news items also, and there was a story with the daughter who mm-hmm. the incident happened to in the store. And then I found out there was a counter reaction to that story by the owner. So
really?
So this link is the owner of the store who happens to be friends with the reporter. They didn't mention that, but I'm going to mention that. So there's a little conflict there. My daughter's moving my desk. So there's a little conflict there where the owner gets to say her piece.
Yes.
They didn't reach out to Renee or her daughter again to have the counterbalance between the two stories. So wow. that's the link to. There's a little bit of news clip there, so you can hear.
Okay, so I'm
play it because you want to hear. Yeah, you want to hear her attitude.
Okay. While she's queuing that up, I want to welcome everybody over here to Fire Talk, and we are listening to Terry Johnson, our web girl, who is on this story from last week concerning branding issues,
branding, social media, and how it can go wrong.
Yeah, how bad it can get. And it sounds, Terry, like it's an ongoing saga.
It is.
Wow.
It is. It is.
What did
I thought it was over because I watched it was Friday and then it went from Monday, and then I saw on Tuesday there was another part of the story. So it's lots more where if the owner had just not have done the story, it would have died. But because she did this news story on the local news, it kind of kicked the dust back up, so to speak, on the story.
Okay, can you all see it?
Not yet.
Okay, I think I'm ready. Can you see it?
No.
Okay, hold on a minute. Maybe I'm not sharing the page.
So, Terry, what
if I hit the share button, it might work.
That might help.
How about now?
Hey, I don't even have a button, so I can't say anything.
Me neither.
How about now? Can you see that?
Can you see it? No, we can't see it yet.
It says share. Let's see.
Okay.
Oh, wait, maybe it's not sharing anymore. Screen share.
Okay.
And I want to share this, and I want to share that. Okay.
There we go.
All right, now let me go
play,
and click the play button.
Hi, Leland.
And I got to make sure that I am not on.
Oh, I like the way they do the share here, the little 3 squares.
Mm-hmm. Nice, huh?
Mm-hmm. Hey, Leland.
Okay, it's spinning, so somebody can sing a song.
Well, my thing is a suggestion to the owner. When you dig a hole for yourself, stop digging.
Is that well? The person didn't learn the lesson from the first incident where the customer posted something on their website, so they kind of dropped the ball, and they continue to drop the ball. It just snowballed. I can't. It's such a big story. It's a little story, but it's such a big story, social media wise, that I just had to talk about it some more.
Wow.
Okay, it is coming. Seriously,
no problem.
Whenever it stops.
Here she is.
Yeah. Okay. Don't you love it when it buffers?
Oh yeah.
She's buffering. Okay.
Buffering.
Well, while she's buffering,
and they promised you that your router was. Did you say you had a new router? So.
Yeah, but I had Blab open and I had something else open, so I'm not gonna blame them today.
Okay. Oh, there we go.
It's moving.
Seriously? And we're still spinning.
Okay. I can hear her.
Who says she was shopping at Carolina Girls on
Okay, turn her up a little bit.
When an employee called her a shoplifter because she was holding a wallet she hadn't paid for yet. Shocked and saddened, she left the store without buying the wallet.
You know, it would have been easier if they just like.
That's the daughter.
Okay.
Oh yes, I was listening to. I think I saw this. This is good to hear her own words.
Yeah, this is the daughter.
I want them. That's just to let it not happen again to other people because it hurts.
Tonight, the owner of Carolina Girls is.
Okay. Okay, so lesson that I'm learning here is to
responding exclusively to these two. News News Macy McLeod joins us in the studio with more. Macy, what did she tell you?
Carol and I sat down for an exclusive interview with Stephanie Davis. Now, she is the owner of Carolina Girls. She tells me she's doing everything she can to make this right.
As soon as we heard about this on Saturday morning, I posted an apology to Miss Fowler and her daughter.
But that didn't stop the social media backlash.
Since posting that apology, we've received even more negative feedback, and thus we took the Facebook page down.
Stephanie Davis says she asked Renee Seiler and her daughter, Casey Parham, if they'd like to meet in person to talk about it. But so far, they've said no.
I have reached out to her directly. You know, as a mother, I have 4 children. I have 2 daughters. And I would love the opportunity to sit down with Miss Fowler and her daughter to talk about the situation and see if we can't come together and move forward with a positive direction and offer some healing to the situation.
What kind of response did you get to that?
She declined my offer. She has continued to post, and basically it's a campaign against, Carolina Girls on all platforms of social media.
Davis says all this attention is taking a toll on her, personally and professionally.
Of course, I take it very personally. I mean, I love my stores. I love my employees. I love my customers. I mean, Carolina Girls is me. My face is on the door of the store. And so I want people to come and have a great experience. I'm open to doing whatever it takes to make her feel better.
That includes meeting with Casey and her mother.
And the invitation is open for Miss Fowler and her daughter to come to the table, let's sit down and discuss the situation, help me connect the dots and see how we can go forward, as I said, in a healing manner.
Stephanie Davis tells me part of employee training addresses race and treating all customers equally. She says that will be an ongoing conversation within the store. Macy McLeod, News 2.
Well.
Okay.
Hurricane season joined by
so also in response to that story, the I can't post. I have a link to the blog post. I'm gonna see if I can put it in there. So Renee heard about this story because she's no longer there. She's now in Connecticut because she lives in Connecticut. She's only visiting every summer for 10 days. So they didn't say that part in the story and made it seem like Renee and her daughter are being negative by not reaching out to connect the dots, whatever that means. There's no connection of the dots.
Okay, so here's a thought. Are we sending a plane ticket to have them come and dine at the table? No.
Think about this now. She's doing damage control because her brand has been damaged locally in the state. So she reaches out, and the reporter is her friend, which they don't say that. You're supposed to say, well, I'm friends with so-and-so, but I did the story and I'm being not going to be biased. They didn't do that. So Renee saw this, heard about this story, got not angry, but the story should have died. It didn't die because Renee wrote a blog post, and it's called Race in Retail. The only color that matters is green. And it's a long story, but I'm going to go through it. What happens is that Renee puts her counterpoints to the story that nobody reached out to her, that she told the station manager that they were leaving town. So there's no way to reach her. She's out of town. She's back at home. So she's still angry about it, salty about it. They rub salt on the wound with this second interview showing the side of the owner saying, oh, I reached out, but she doesn't want to talk to me. That's not true. So she got angry and wrote a blog post. She wrote the blog post, and guess what happened? Two of the brands reached out to Renee and wrote handwritten notes of apology saying, we're so sorry that your daughter had that shopping experience in a store that carried our brands.
Wow. See, that's the way you handle it.
Two of the brands, Vera Bradley and I think Lily Pulitzer, handwritten notes. Also, one of Renee's friends, who's a friend of a lady who has a store right next door, almost next door to Carolina Girls. She has a store. The friend reached out to her. That owner of that store invited Renee's daughter to come shop. No freebies, no discount. Come shop and get a good experience. Sent her a plane ticket to come and shop. So she went and shopped, took photos. Renee puts them on her Instagram and her blog and Facebook, tells her friends what a wonderful store this is. And when they go back to Kiowa Island next summer, they're shopping at, I forgot the name of the store. They're stopping at that store. They've got pictures of the daughter and the owner. Renee tells her friends, listen, I'm not asking for anything, but if you're ever in South Carolina and you're in this area, please go to this lady's store. Let me get the name of it. So she's saying, go to the store. Let me get the name of it. It's where is it? Trey Carmen Boutique. So she says to her followers, I'm asking a small favor with the same enthusiasm that you supported my daughter and wrote to these brands. Why don't you go to this store? If you're ever there, take pictures, hashtag it, and let me know, and I'll put it on my Instagram. Then she puts links to Vera Bradley, Lily Pulitzer, Trey Carmen Boutique, to their Facebook, their Twitter, their Instagram, and said, go to these links and let this brand and this company and this store know how much you appreciate what was done. So her daughter wasn't given anything free. Nothing free was exchanged. So that's why I was saying, you have to, as a business owner, keep your eye out for the competition and what they're doing. You can do a search on Twitter, on Facebook. Just keep an eye on what they're doing and see what their customers, disgruntled or happy, are saying about that brand, because that may be an opportunity for you to get in the door and get some business from them if they're not doing things right. Like this Carolina Girls dropped the ball major. So this other lady with the Trey Carmen boutique store in the same area, it's a mall. In the same mall, she gets the business, she gets the free ads and the attention. Because now everybody knows her name. Because I'm like, if I go to South Carolina, I'm going to go to that store and take a look around and say, hey, whatever. So you never know how things are going to unfold online with your business. It's never a straight line. Someone may hear of you from a friend or an acquaintance, or it may come a roundabout way. So you never want to be caught out here as a brand treating somebody with disrespect. All they had to do was say, how are you doing? I see you have the wallet. You want to purchase it? Come on over. I'll help you check it out. No, the employee points at the girl, laughs at her, calls her shoplifter. Why? I have no idea. I'm here to buy. I have a wallet in my hand. How am I a shoplifter? I have a wallet in my hand. I want to buy it. So just one simple, stupid move by an employee cost a business some bad publicity, cost them some business, sour notes where there need not be any sour notes. So to get on TV and then to have to further give negativity to the story instead of saying, I sent this or that, I sent a gift or whatever. Mm-hmm. No, you're waiting for her to reach out to you and to connect the dots. What does that mean, connect the dots?
I have no idea, girl. I get what it implies is that the customer should have come back to them and explained why she was in there. What was she doing? I don't know.
I don't have to do that. I don't have to do that.
It puts the burden on the customer.
As a customer, right? As a customer,
I don't understand that language either.
I don't. So by her doing the story, thinking that she was smoothing the path over and making it great for her, she made it worse because now Renee's in another state. I mean, she's thousands of miles away in another state and still giving your brand, deservedly so, the talk that they needed to get
the national attention it deserved.
Exactly. I don't understand what connect the dots is. I've been on TV. I've done an interview. I have social media. I have a blog. That's the same as having a news item on the news. It's all the same. She doesn't have to go to the news. She is the news. She has a blog. She has a tribe. She has connections. I don't need to talk to you because my daughter was done the injustice. It's for you to make it right to come to me. I don't have to. Why am I coming back down to South Carolina?
I'll see you next year. Go to South Carolina, girl, and explain yourself. You got to connect them dots.
I'll see. I won't see you next. I'll be back next year, and I won't see you. So don't even try to talk.
Not if we can help it.
So I was just so flabbergasted by this story from the bungling of it by the business owner, and then getting on TV acting like, well, something was done wrong to me, when a simple thing that was done by an employee that you didn't correct, it started out as a small seed and it grew and grew and grew and grew and grew, and you still don't acknowledge that you did something wrong. Right. You don't get it. And this is the problem with some small business owners and social media and being online. Everyone has a voice, and you have to give attention to that voice. It doesn't have to be a lot of time. Just acknowledge that there was a problem. Acknowledge that there was a problem. Say, I'm sorry you had this problem. Let me find out. Let me talk to your daughter and see what happens. And then I'm going to talk to my employee and I'm going to straighten it out. And then we're going to see how I can improve my service from now on.
Okay.
That's what you do. That's what you do. So now there's
responsibility.
Right. There's two negative blog posts that are going to live forever about your business. You had national brands that now know about your business. And when you, as a vendor, you're going to ask them to provide merchandise for your store, they're going to think twice. No, we don't want our brand in your store
associated.
Right. It's a little thing, but it's a big thing. think about this. If this had been a major brand or a major label doing this and having all this, it would have been huge. It would be thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars in lost revenues.
But they would have stopped it they would have cut that off.
Right.
That they would not have let it got.
It would have gotten this
it would
far.
Have never got here. They would have said, "You go apologize. I don't care what you feel like. You go apologize."
Right. And that's why I said the customer experience is always the right one. The customer experience, because how you make them feel when they buy your item or purchase your product or have your service or whatever interaction with your brand, they're going to tell other people about it. There's no longer, okay, I'm going to put ads out.
Yes.
Or saying my product is the best. No, I can go to Facebook and ask my friends what it's, if I'm looking for a washer dryer, what is the best one? They're going to tell me. I'm not going to listen to any ads. I'm going to listen to my friends. I'm going to go on Twitter and do my search. I'm going to go to Google and search for best washing machine combo. And I'm going to get the answer. So you putting out an ad or saying, well, this is what I'm doing. I don't have to trust you. I don't have to, because I have other people that I know and trust that I'm friends with for years, that I know them and trust them. They're going to tell me, oh, this is the best washer dryer, or this is the best thing, or this is the restaurant you need to go to, or this is the place where you need to go. This is the best lawyer. This is the best dentist. This is the best doctor. They're going to tell you those things from sharing of experience, and that's going to be influence. That's going to be influence right there. So don't make it harder on your business by being negative with a customer like that.
Wow.
And thinking that you're right. Because look how a small thing grew into this huge fireball of wrong. Just completely wrong. It's just mind-boggling. It's just crazy.
It speaks to the store's culture. It speaks to the culture of her business, which is why this behavior was tolerated in the first place.
Exactly.
And he comes behind her, and instead of apologizing, she's justifying the behavior.
She's standing in her position wholeheartedly saying, I'm not going to change or give them the benefit of the customer the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to say, oh, well, I did an investigation and this is what I know, and I didn't fire anybody, and we're right and you're wrong. So
and I train my employees.
Yeah,
well, maybe you need to re-examine the training, because obviously it's ineffective.
Definitely.
Or your customer is not feeling the results.
Definitely. I mean, this is what bothers me, especially when you have especially small businesses that don't get it and they go, social media doesn't work for me. It does work if you use it properly, if you have a plan, if you have a strategy and know what you're doing, or hire someone who does know what they're doing, because social media is not going away. It's going to evolve into something other than what we're doing now, but it's always going to be there, because now instead of you putting up a billboard, running a radio ad, a TV ad, or whatever, there's that whole other option now, and people are using it and they're looking at that instead of advertising. People never really enjoyed advertising. Commercials, did you enjoy it? No, it's an interruption. It's an interruption, and more people are trying to get away from it. That's why you have an ad blocker on your browser. That's why people now are complaining about Snapchat and the ads between the stories. I don't want to be interrupted, so I don't understand how we're going to get past this. Businesses and brands wanting to interrupt the customer experience. You want to seamlessly flow into the customer experience, not invade them and make it an intrusion into what they're trying to experience online. So I don't think we're close to that, but don't pile on. We don't need to pile on. Don't make a mistake where it could have been a good experience and a sale. So
don't compound foolishness.
Exactly.
Some of that is in the DNA.
Yes, dear.
Yes. Well,
the culture.
Okay. Right. Culture and DNA, but those people, what do we call survival of the fittest, Darwin rule, theory. So the people that adapt and survive and learn how to survive are going to win. If you're not going to adapt, you're going to die. You're going to be a dinosaur. You're going to go the way of the dinosaurs. And you can't say that there's no one telling you. We're screaming it from the rooftops.
Well, Terry, I think too, you need to get some understanding about how this stuff works. She thought she was controlling it when she took down the Facebook page.
Right. And that tells me right there.
I took mine down, so it's all cool.
That tells me exactly all I need to know as far as their respect and command and knowledge of social media strategy for a business. You never take your page down. That doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything. Taking your page down, what does that accomplish? Now, if there's a negative review or a negative complaint or complaint, you address it by saying, I'm sorry you feel that way, that you had a bad experience. Let me talk to you. Call me at this number. Do not continue it on your Facebook page where there's a back and forth of negative he say, she say. You don't want that. Because when you take it offline, you get a chance to do it not in public. You get to fix the problem. And when you do it that way, other people who are not involved in that situation will look at it and go, wow, that company customer service, they really, get there and they say, let me handle it, and we're going to talk and we're going to resolve it. And that's for the public to see. But privately, you're going to talk to that person and you're going to try to make their experience a better one. That's what customer service is, making the customer experience a better one. Make it better. And there are companies that are not getting it and won't ever get it. They won't ever get it. And they'll be left behind. Sorry to say.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. It's just unbelievable. So the story had more than what it was last week. In the space of a week, it's just gone from one thing to another. And I'm just, it gets me because I'm like, it didn't have to be that way. You don't have to know everything about social media, but know that you need to know. Know that you need to know and find the proper person that can handle it for you. And then you don't just hand it over, set it and forget. You don't set it and forget it. You put it in someone's hands like a baby that's going to take care of it. Listen, this is my brand. I'm giving you my brand. I need for you to take care of it like it's a precious newborn. This is my brand, and I need you to take care of it. And I'm going to keep, I'm going to come back, but I want you to care for it as I do.
Mm-hmm.
And there are people that will do that. There were people that, and you don't hand your social media strategy branding over to a teenager. Oh, it's nothing. Oh, you're just posting. No, you're not just posting. There's a whole strategy you have to have in where you're reaching your customer with the item or the thing or the process or the service that they need at that moment. So that's what it's about. Okay.
So
you got a visitor.
It all goes back to some home training. There's some stuff that you don't do in public.
Yes.
There are some things that you never do that, and apparently this did not get passed down. It goes back to, like you said, the head of the corporation. Whatever starts up here, that culture passed all the way down.
Yeah.
And it came all the way down because it hasn't been corrected. They was all probably sitting back in the break room laughing at stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And never thought that it was going to ever be an issue. But whatever's in you will come out.
Will come out.
It's going to come out. So those little sly comments and jokes and stuff that people make, it will come out.
It will. It will come out. And like I said, if you as a brand, as a business, you're just starting out, you may not have a lot of money. You don't have to have a lot of money. You just have to have time and knowledge, and take some time to read a couple of things online, or find someone to follow on Twitter or Facebook or whatever, whose business it is, where they talk about branding and marketing and they give you little stuff that you need to know. And then once you learn a little bit, you don't have to be an expert. Just learn a little bit about it, and then you can say, let me find someone to do this, to take my baby from me and handle it and make it cost effective for me. Do a little bit at a time, and then you can grow the strategy. You can do more. You can do more. You don't have to be on every platform. You start with one. I always suggest they start with one. Start with one. And I would say start with Facebook, because that's where everybody is right now, as far as mobile, as far as a phone, as far as an app being the same across iOS and Android, because there are some issues with some social media apps that they have problems on Android and they don't have. Snapchat is one. I've heard some people having problems with the Snapchat, but I'm just saying that Facebook is the biggest one. It's the one that the app works. You can reach people and it's easy to use. So I would say start with that and go from there. And then I saw a YouTube video yesterday, I think. I think it was Gary Vaynerchuk, and he was taking a question from this couple that they market services to doctors. And they were asking a question. I don't remember what the question was, but they wanted to know how to reach that market, doctors. And Gary told them Facebook, and they were like, no, why would you say Facebook? And he's like, Facebook, everybody's on it. He says, you don't think your doctor's on it? Your doctor's on it. They're not on as Dr. John. They're on as John. They're on as a person. So you need to reach your client as a person. Also, you don't know who the friend of the friend of the friend of the doctor is that may be your friend. Just like with this, with Renee's story, it was a friend of hers who knew a friend who knew the store owner who connected them. So like I said, it doesn't have to be a direct connection. You don't have to get on Facebook in that case and go, okay, we're looking for doctors, and they're going to run away from you because, like, I'm a doctor during business hours. If I'm on Facebook at 8 o'clock, I'm on as me looking at cat memes and funny stories and funny videos. And so they're still a person. So that's why I understand what he was saying. And the couple, I know they still didn't get it. They still didn't get it because I could tell after he said what they said, the looks on their faces. I read people's faces. I'm like, the looks on their faces was like, this guy don't know what he's talking about. And I'm like, you saying Gary Vaynerchuk don't know what he's talking about? As far as digital branding and digital marketing, I'm like, you crazy. If he tells you to do something, that's what you do.
So I want to do it.
You might want to do it. It's like that old commercial E.F. Hutton says. Gary Vaynerchuk says, do it. So I could tell by their faces that they still didn't get it because their mindset was, well, we're marketing to doctors. You know, that kind of thing where it's all professional and we would never do funny memes and gifs and videos to a doctor. But that's what you do. You do send them funny little gifts and appropriate, but funny stuff. And you get their attention. Because what he's saying is you have to get their attention. I don't care who it is, doctors, lawyers, comedians, beauticians, or whoever. You're going to get their attention first before you can do anything with them. Before you, selling is at the end of the road, not the beginning. You have to get their attention.
Oh, I like that.
It's at the end. It's not the beginning. You see how many people get online and they jump in a group or they jump into some conversation online. Oh, I sell inbox me and find out how much how I made 50,000 to 6 figures. That's not. No, that's not how you get it. That's not how you get it. That's not how it works. You have to get the attention. And I'll bring it up because I'm going to write a blog post on this. I just have to sit down. I have a blog post about how Beyonce and marketing, and I don't have a title yet, but I'm saying she's the queen of marketing because she gets your attention first before she does anything. She gets the attention. She built a tribe. She has a tribe of people that she doesn't have to say a word. She goes to Instagram, posts a picture, and people lose their mind and go to iTunes and buy her CD. She doesn't even write words anymore. She just puts the picture. That is the ultimate in branding, marketing, and building your tribe. You don't have to like her, her music or personally. I'm just saying as a marketing strategy, she's built it up to where she doesn't do interviews. You would never see her do an interview on TV anymore. I don't think she's going to do that because she's got the connection where she makes a video. She has people at HBO and she says, here's the video. HBO promotes it without saying what it is. They never said what the Lemonade video was. They just said Lemonade. She puts out an album cover. It says Lemonade. She never says what it is. People went crazy and bought it.
And how long did it take her to build that tribe?
It took her a while. It's not an overnight success because I was just looking at something online where they were talking about how she started with as a child, and then she had the girls' time, and then the girls' time was a big group, and then it was whittled down to Destiny. They went through some name changes. It was whittled down to Destiny Child. She had the 4, and then it whittled down to 3, and then and the whole mix was her father. So I wouldn't say that she built her brand herself. I would give the credit to her father building it when she was in the group. She was smart enough to realize that she outgrew her father as a child and had her own thoughts that she wanted to run her brand the way she wanted to. Her father didn't agree. She said, Daddy, I love you, but you're not my manager anymore. So you have to know when to make those decisions. And I think she's very savvy as far as that. So she's taken her brand, something that was built that with her father's help. He built it for her. But she's the talent. She decided to listen. I'm growing up. I need to make my own decisions. I know what's right for me. Everybody else is telling me, no, you can't do that. Or no, that song. She's been told no so many times. No, that song won't play on radio. No, nobody's going to buy that. And guess what? She says, you're all wrong. You're all wrong. And guess what? They go out and buy it. Because she's one of those people, and I put Steve Jobs in there too, where they didn't build a product or give you a service based on focus groups. They were smart enough to know and have a feeling and have the knowledge and the confidence to say, I see this vision and I'm going to make this vision. Nobody else sees the vision, but I see the vision. Everybody's telling me I'm crazy, but I'm going to do the vision. I'm going to make it happen. And you're going to see. And Steve Jobs was good for that. He was a great one to say, I have a vision of a product. And people said he was crazy on everything. Crazy on everything. But he made that happen. So sometimes you have to go on knowledge and instinct of what you're doing, your path. Don't follow your competitors. Don't follow what they're doing because you may follow them off the cliff. You may follow them off the cliff. Have the knowledge and the trust in yourself to know that that's why I said know your why. Know your why. When you know your core essence of what you're doing and you have confidence in the knowledge of what you're doing, you can say, listen, nobody else is making this product. Nobody else is offering this service, but I will do it. And people will tell you, you're crazy. Nobody's going to buy that. You're crazy. Nobody wants that. And then if you do it correctly, do the strategy correctly, put everything out right, you're going to get the nibbles and the nibbles, and they're going to come and come and come and come. And you're going to get to the point where you're all Beyonce and you don't have to put out a big billboard saying, hey, here's my new record. You say, I got a little video coming out you might want to watch on ABO, and watch it. And then while you're watching it, she puts out her album on Tidal. Nobody says anything. It just appears about 9:40ish when the video's playing. You go to Tidal and there's Lemonade. So she doesn't say a word. And I'm like, that is just pure genius. So I have a whole blog post that I wanted to write about her marketing wise. People have written about her in marketing before, but I just want to put my little spin on it. But that's my thing.
What are you gonna share with that? You gonna share that with us next week?
I hope to have it ready by next week. Like
you will.
I have it written. So, but that's my thing. I like to, and like with this story, I see an opportunity. I like to see opportunities when I'm reading something online. I'm like, what am I getting from this? What can I use from this? If your knowledge, your post or your information or whatever you're giving me, it doesn't click or doesn't make sense, I'm going to discard it and move on and find the information that's going to make sense to me, that's going to give me some knowledge that I can use in my business and what I'm doing, and I can use it to benefit other businesses, to help the clients that I have. So that's where I'm going to spend my time. I'm going to do that. And I was like, this story was one of those things that it just grabbed me. And I was like, I gotta talk about that because there's just so many things in here. And to find out a few days later that the story was continuing to go on and on, because the owner replied, instead of reaching out to Renee, she goes on the news. Like, let me tell you my story because I'm being vilified by this woman. No. That's not how it. The mother is coming after me. No, she's not. One, she's not even in town anymore. Two, she's moved on. But because you did the story,
she like your fans.
Yeah, she was like, oh, wait a minute, you want to talk about me and I'm not there? Oh, okay. Like I said, she has her own mouthpiece, her own media outlet, her blog. So she used it. And she did it. She did it right. She did that right. So she wrote this last blog. She called it epilogue because that means it's done. She dropped the mic and she's done. She's done. So
wow.
I wanted to check and see if they had a Facebook page back up, but I didn't. I didn't check.
Oh, Carolina Girls?
Yes, I didn't check and see if they had a Facebook page back up.
See if they got their page back up. I doubt it.
They probably don't. If I was advising her, I would tell her to put it back up and to
let it roll.
To mea culpa, apologize. Put your statement out that you put the customer first, because she's losing vendors, she's losing brands to put merchandise in the store. That's what I would say.
Plus, the customers don't want to go in there because they've heard the story. Right. And they don't want to be associated with a negative story.
Right.
And there's competition, evidently, a couple of doors down.
Right. But this lady probably has customers that will, shop with her regardless.
Yes.
But the most important thing with the store is you need merchandise. You don't want to jeopardize the relationship with the vendors.
We're talking about the brands now.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You don't want to do that because, like I said, these two brands may have told her when she put in another order, this brand may have told her, no, we're severing our relationship.
Yeah. Yeah. Would you want that story connected to your brand? I wouldn't.
No. Not at all. Not at all. Well, Coach Karen, I see you joining us. I know you got an opinion.
Since last week when I heard you talking about it, I'm like, I wanted. Morning, everybody. First of all, I wanted us to reach out to you and ask you. Am I echoing?
Yes, a little.
I don't know why. I don't have anything else on other than Canva. Yeah. I was thinking that but you said the page is down. I keep thinking Terry should reach out to her and offer her services.
I don't know if she wants it. I don't think she wants it.
You never know. It depends on how you approach it and what kind of word you use for her. You never know. And even if she didn't take it, then maybe somebody else see you and wanted to talk with you, because you would really be helping her to put a bright light, shine a light on it, and show things that she may not know. And as a business owner, right? Because some business owners, especially when you're brick and mortar, sometimes you're not thinking about things social wise. And I see so many of them when you say online, they're just scared. They might buy something online, but beside that, they don't understand what's happening and what's going on. So you would be like a perfect match for her. At least that's how I saw it from a business point of view.
Well, I mean, I will see if she has a Facebook page and reach out to her and tell her to put it back up. I would tell her to put it back up immediately. Exactly. Do I want to be associated with this brand? But I mean,
because I rather you be associated and put a positive spin on things, because look at the long run. I look at right now, it's hot, it's juicy, it looks bad. But to me, I look at the future, whereas Terry Johnson was the one who came aboard and helped me move this thing into a positive spin. And so people now know that if they get themselves in trouble, you're the girl to look out, you know, to contact and say, she knows what to do, because we are human beings. We're going to make a mistake. We're going to do a lot of crap, but we need people to bail us out. You're the bailer. You could move her out of this pit if she let you. That's how I rather look at things.
Exactly. If she,
you know, it's a bad story what can happen, kind of thing.
Right. If she's in the
but you know what I mean.
Yeah. If she's in the right mindset of I need to save my business, she may be standing in that spot where she got to connect the dots and waiting for Renee. Yeah, she's waiting for Renee to come and bail her out of this. You know, oh, I could move on if she would respond to my calls. She's not going to respond to your calls. I'm sorry, she's not responding. She's not going to do that.
It's my understanding they reached out initially, did they not, to try to get this resolved, and the reception was,
yeah,
we know what we're doing.
Right. There was a first. I'm not sure if there was a call. There was some conversation, and that's when it was put on the Facebook page that they did a thorough investigation and concluded that the girl was mistaken. That she was mistaken. They couldn't find any witnesses to corroborate her story that, you know, that she was called this name and was treated unfairly. So that was their stance, that they did a thorough investigation. They talked to the employee, and the employee said, no, I didn't do that. And that's like a parent and a child. When you go to your child, did you steal that cookie? Did you take that cookie out of the cookie jar? No.
But that's fair. But that's fair right away. When fear comes up, people say things without thinking. So at that moment is where you know, this is where the thinker, the big thinker, the people who think forward ahead say, okay, this is the situation. Everything is going crazy. How could I come in and save the day?
Yeah, because see, there's
I look at it from that point of view, right?
There's big money in the rescue.
Yes,
somebody needs to teach them. So here's the thing. I'm with Karen on this one, in the sense of, let me show you the correct response. You are going to pay me, but you need to know this would have been the correct response, because see, all they've been used to dealing with is their own backyard. They don't understand the rest of the community and how people think or perceive or what have you.
They've never been challenged before like this. Never. And this is their reaction, because they could tell. This tells you they've never been challenged before in this way. Instead of playing a boat and helicopter. I'm just saying.
This morning I was reading my daily word, and it was talking about when World War II was ended, and the Japanese, the Japanese guy sent the note, a pamphlet saying, war is over, and the guy did not do anything for 30 years.
I know.
For this war to end, and that's how some people are.
I'm just saying.
It's different now.
The water is up to the door. Here we are. Okay, now you're on the roof. We got the helicopter. Because this could be resolved with a simple, I'm really sorry.
Yeah.
Genuinely, if it was genuine. Yeah. But the whole thing of, we did what we had to do. It's all about girlfriend.
But see, here's the thing. They could not form an apology.
Because it's not in their heart, friend.
It wasn't in there to form an apology.
Right.
There was something else in there, but it wasn't an apology. It
wasn't love.
No. And it wasn't I could be wrong. None of that came to the surface. And I don't think people would understand why are they harping. No, you don't do that. We were talking about social responsibility yesterday with Q. There's stuff you just cannot do.
Right.
And if you make a faux pas, you correct it.
Yeah.
Good home training.
There are people that out there that do reputation management. Yes.
Yeah.
When you mess up, just say you're sorry. Don't continue to embellish this story.
But you know how some people they will not do that. They think they don't want to do that. They make it harder for themselves by concocting this story and then lying. And you have to remember the story, this big story that you concoct.
And now you got to remember, and then somebody, well, your post said da-da-da-da-da.
Someone will come and check you on it. They will
people will spend time saying, didn't you say this yesterday, Karen? Were you talking about X, Y, and Z? I wasn't quite clear.
Exactly.
People will do that to you, so you better be knowing what you're talking about.
Screenshots and everything else, people. Come on. You can take it down if you want to. I took a picture.
They do. And
that is so true. I was on a Facebook thread and I was talking about something, and I can't remember what was happening. It was getting heated. I took down my comments, and a lady inboxed me to ask me, where is my comments? Because it was missing. I was like, who cares? I'm just answering the question. And she's like, no, I was following that thread and I was responding below your comments. So now that you took it away, I'm gonna have to start I'm like, so in my head I was thinking like, so just go right on the wall. No, she said you gotta put it back up so I can finish my train of thought.
And so many people and so many people have gotten caught by posting stuff, especially this happens a lot on Twitter, where they'll post something and delete it thinking nobody saw it. But there's people out there that screenshot and go, oh, no, you're not going to get away with this. Here it is. You said this.
Yeah.
So you have to be careful. Think about what you're going to post before you post it. And it's going to live.
Think before you speak.
Think before you speak.
Yeah. 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 That's why I like to post with myself. Personally, I like to post and have some sort of a flyer and picture, because usually that gives me time to pause, load up the picture. I've got things written, so if I don't like what I was about to say or do, because I get heated at times.
So what I hear you saying is you can't just do something in the moment, in the spur of the moment. You really have to plan out what you're talking about.
As a business owner, yes. If you're concerned about your business and your brand and connecting with an audience and having those people be customers of yours in some point in the future, yes, you must think about what you're saying when you're using social media. Now, if you want to have a Twitter account where you just go wild with it, we'll set up another account, call it something that's not your name or your business, and have fun because they're not going to know it's you. And if you're using Twitter on your phone, it's really easy to switch accounts. So I always say, when people say, oh, Instagram, I got to have 2 Instagrams, one for business and one for, yes, because unless your business is and personal life is mixed together, most people aren't. Most people don't, you don't want your business audience to see, pictures unless it's relevant. Pictures of, oh, well, here's my granddaughter, or here's my, unless it's relevant to your business. Because you do want to put a personal human face on your business. Like Fran, you were saying you were walking the dog in the neighborhood and you saw the redwood trees, and you can put that up business-wise, connect it to your business. Connect it to your business.
Yeah.
Don't just put it up, I'm at a party. No, we don't want to see that. That's your party Instagram. That's your party Instagram, and you're gonna have another Instagram. Because your business Instagram is not gonna have you, turn it off. No. Unless you could connect it to your business, unless your business has to do with parties.
Yes. with turning up. Okay, so
if your business is
turnup.com. Okay.
No, if your business is not partying, don't do it.
So the moral of the story is work on your character. It's gonna come out in your culture.
Know your why. Know your why.
Yes. Because you got a big story picture there. That's the thing. You have a big story picture. So that every time you go to post anything you talk about, it's going to be related back to what you're doing.
I think the culture is important because obviously the employee did not see this person as their quote unquote ideal
client. Yes.
That was the problem.
So
the response was
you
different.
would think anybody walking in the store is coming in to buy something.
Hey, that's what I'm thinking. But hey,
well, that's why that's why she called the blog post "Race and Retail." The only color that matters is green.
Okay, it's green.
When there's someone a customer walking in your store, they're not black, white, whatever. They're green. They have a wallet in their. They have a wallet in their pocket or their purse. That's all you're connecting to. That's what you're connecting to.
It's all about the exchange, right?
But you know, a lot of people have businesses. What happened, my daughter used to work at, I'm going to say it, at Licenza. And, you know, she left that job because of the same situation here. And she told her manager twice that she said, they're very racist in here and they don't care about older people. There's two things about them. If you're not young and looking good, they don't talk to you. And because they're saying you can't buy things. And my daughter brought it up twice. And the manager said, you know, I'm leaving because nobody's listening to me. Unfortunately for them, Petra is a writer. So, of course, she wrote up to head office. She wasn't leaving it alone like Petra. She's like, nope, when I leave, they're going to know about these girls. They're not trained people like that. So she wrote a letter to the head office. They had a meeting. She attended, even though she was about to leave the job. She attended. And she said, if you guys don't fix it, I'm putting it on social media.
There you go.
One time those girls were, I think they're moving them down to 2 days a week work, and they only could work when the manager were in there to monitor them.
Okay. And this I had mentioned this in relationship to
that's good influence.
To this, what I was talking to someone about this story was that when that happens to you, you're angry at the moment, but calm it down. Ask for don't leave. Ask for the manager. Ask for the management and tell them why you're leaving.
Yes.
You're going to leave, but don't leave. Tell them why. If you're at a restaurant and something happens, ask for the manager. Don't leave. Tell the manager what happened. And listen, I'm leaving and I'm never coming back. I'm going to tell people why I never want to come here. I'm going to put it on social media. Let the manager know. You never walk away angry without saying why. Let them know. Because if it's a good if that store has good management, they don't want you to leave angry like that. Same thing when you call customer service. If you have to call Staples or Amazon or whatever. My husband does this all the time. He'll call Amazon. I want to, my package is supposed to be here Friday, and you're telling me it's coming Saturday. But Saturday's not going to do for me, and I need it. But you know, they have sent him an extra whatever it was and told him that we're going to credit you just because he called and said, listen, I'm not happy because you're using a third-party delivery service that's not delivering on time when you promised me that you were going to deliver on time. So you have to say why. Don't walk out of the store angry. But she walked out and she told her mother, so she know her mother was going to handle it. But you as if you're if it's just you, let them know. I was going to buy this wallet. I was going to buy this item, but because your employees said something or I wasn't treated fairly, say to the manager why. Let them know why. Don't ever walk away and not, or if you're not going to talk to the manager, get the 800 number, or like she said, write the letter to the head office. Let them know that you had a bad experience with their company. Okay.
Because lots of time it's just that individual and whatever they're going through, they're reflecting on somebody's company. And coming from a point of view where, I've managed and not be there, it's hard when you own the company and don't know what somebody is doing. It's just,
Right.
Well, and then you can't do anything. I had this girl that was working for me, and she gets to the lady's house, and she'll be on her phone, and she'd go in the bathroom and she'll be on her phone and she'll be sitting around. And, you know, the client call and complain. She says from the time she get into work, she's on her phone. She came to clean my apartment, a condo. It's just a 3-hour job, and she's there 4 hours, 4.5 hours. She's not billing me for the hours, but the people want their space. And she would just be in the space, yapping on the phone for what, God knows what reason, and taking up time. And those sort of things irritate customers. If it wasn't a kind of customer, you know, if I was the kind of owner who really care about my customers and always in conversation with them, they would just not use our service, but I wouldn't know why. And you lose business if people don't tell you, because if you got, you know, workers that are doing stuff, and I mean, people that can do things here and there, but continuously is the hard part.
And see, in the chat, Pat was saying she was chased out of a store. And as soon as she got home, she called the store owner. He was shocked and told her to come back. But she said, "No way!" And I'm going to tell everybody everybody I know what happened. That's what you do. You let them know. Don't walk. I see a lot of people that they'll get angry and start cursing people out. Don't do that. I mean, I understand you're angry, but you're going to get further if you calmly ask for the manager. Don't deal with the employee. Ask for the manager. Ask for the manager. Let the manager know what happened and that you're unsatisfied, and that if he, you know, if I'm going to tell everybody I know, I'm going to call the regional office, I'm going to call the head office, I'm going to call the 800 number, I'm going to go on the website. You tell them all of that because they don't want that kind of thing to happen.
Wow. So
I like that, Skywriter.
Oh, okay. So she got another story. She's got another story. She said when she was visiting friends in LA,
find that they treat everybody nice because they know if you're related to somebody famous. But see, here's the thing. I always like to catch them doing something right as well.
Right.
So if I get some outstanding service or people who go the extra miles, I'll post that on Twitter as well.
A lot of people don't do that anymore. I would do that too. If you get
and it's a good thing.
Service,
it's a good
yes.
thing, right?
If you get wonderful service, always let management know. Let them know. Listen, I had a great experience while I was in your store or I was at your restaurant, and I just want to let you know that you got a good group of employees here, and they've made customers feel very welcome. And I'll be back, and I'll be telling everybody to come here. That's how you do it. That's the other side of the negativity. That's the positive side of it.
And so that's why we need to keep everything balanced. It's tell the good.
Yes.
Even when you have to tell the bad.
Yes.
And tell both.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And Twitter's good. Twitter and Facebook is good for that. But make sure you at the brand.
Yeah.
At the brand. Mention the brand on Facebook. Mention the brand on Twitter.
David.
David.
Stupid.
Stupid.
Yes, don't let Terry go on Periscope though. Boy, I tell you what, when we went into Fry's that day, she was on. Terry said, I have to stream this foolishness. We were in a long line. It was just bad. And then we went to the counter to buy something. There were 5 people standing at the counter. They're all employees, and none of them stopped to help us.
Really?
What? That's bad.
The customer said, you know, I'm here to get something, and another customer is trying to help us.
Wow.
That was bad. And it was at Fry's. I'm saying the name. It was bad.
Say the name.
Oh my God.
But see, that's the thing. Businesses have to realize everybody has a phone. Everybody has a phone now, and they're live streaming bad. They're live streaming. Oh, let me get this on Facebook Live. Let me Periscope this. Let me get this on. So you have to, as a business, say, listen, I've got to get my ducks in a row. I've got to have my strategy down for me and my employees, and make sure your employees follow the rules that you set. And see, this lady in the store, Carolina Girls, she didn't have a media strategy, a marketing strategy, or a social media strategy for her employees. So
some type of policy.
I hope she got out of here.
That, you know, what you can post, how do you know, if you get something back, Thank you, David. Thank you so much for passing by. Let everybody know. And then if you're on Fire Talk or something, you know, we want to follow you as well. It's getting a little.
Yeah, I gotta get my channel active again.
Yeah, I gotta do
yeah, because it's getting a little sketchy over there on Blab.
On Blab, yeah.
Yeah, I lost a lot of followers. I mean, I got followers because nobody's coming on the show. I used to have quite a few people. I noticed the number has really tanked. I was like, what is this?
Well, there's because the only reason why we moved was we've been alerted to some security issues, and I'd rather play it safe than to have people over there and then their systems are compromised. So
yes, you can't do that. Okay.
Spread the word. We're here. You know, I still get notifications of people, you know, when they go on Blab, but I'm just not trying to be hacked on my system.
No. A lot of people have a lot of people left Blab as far as broadcasting a show, but there are people there that will hang out. You know, you have a little Blab where you hang out. And hang out.
But the main people, a lot of the main people who I used to watch, and so they send me like invitations somewhere else, different platforms, here, Huzzer, all kind of different places.
Yeah, Crowdcast is the new one.
Yeah, people have been sending me those, and I'm like, what? What's going on? I got like over 5 this week alone.
bringing that around. This is where you have your tribe. You're going to build your tribe. Like I said, Beyonce built her tribe, and she doesn't have to. She's not stuck to a platform. And then I heard rumors that she may have her, you know, start a TV show. So those may be some media things that she's working towards. And again, she has a tribe, so she doesn't have to go to. Say Good Morning America or the Today Show or whatever, Ellen or whatever, and beg people to buy her album or follow her or come to her show. She doesn't have to do that because she built up her tribe from way back, you know, when she was younger. I mean, it took a while, but she's got it. And that's why I said she's very brand savvy, marketing savvy that way, where she discovered, listen, you know, I can build this tribe and have people follow me and come and buy my product, and I don't have to put that much effort into it because they know, like, and trust me. It's that line of social opportunity. She has a great line of social opportunity. She got the attention. She has the product. You know about the product. You want the product. You buy it. That's that.
Yep. Well, ladies, I have to catch another phone call and appointment, but I want to thank you all for tuning in. I think this is going to work out because we still have 4 seats. We still have chat on the side. I love the interface. I got to figure out how to do the screen share so that guests can use it. But this is the easy platform. And then right now, no trolls.
Good.
Good. That's a good part. I didn't like that you had to do it first on YouTube and then bring it over here when I first looked into it. That's why I never got, you know, on here. But I'm liking that.
So what is happening is that you can, like this particular broadcast, I can push a button and send it over to YouTube.
Okay.
And it'll send it to YouTube as a unlisted video. Then I can go over there
and fix it up and put the description and the tags.
And then put it back on here on the channel, and it can be playing
while it's not live.
Yeah, and so I'm like, oh, I get it. Okay, I'm good.
So now we're understanding how it works. All right.
Yeah, it's a lot better. And then I think Pat has Pat just said that, but the host can do a screen share. But okay, so we just figured that out. Not a problem.
Yeah. Just send. If I have a link, I'll just send it to you ahead of time. I'll just put it in the chat.
Yes, and we're gonna figure all that out. I like this, and Pat has a channel. I'm not sure if David has a channel, but let's follow the people we know and support one another. Because
I have my channel. It has nothing on it, but I do have the channel.
Yes, but we can. That's what I say. We can all help one another. I was looking for Liz today to reach out to her because I hadn't seen her in a while. There was just a lot of people.
Yeah. Okay. You just click on the names in the chat, and you can subscribe
to their channel. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so we'll see you all tomorrow. Coach Karen is talking to us about money. Any particular topic or Which is way too. You know, money talks is just good anyway. So
yeah.
Yeah, I've got something good for you guys for tomorrow.
Yeah, see, Moneybags is over there. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
See you tomorrow.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.